Imagine this. You wake up, you roll over, you check your phone, and you see that you actually made money while you were sleeping. Not because you worked extra hours, but because you made one single smart decision. The crazy part is most young people will never ever feel that. And it's not because they don't have the money, it's because they're just frozen. They don't know what to do with it.
Straight up, if 10,000 rupees magically appeared in your bank account right now, what's the plan? What would you do with it? Answering that question is exactly why we're here today. See, with that money, you really only have two choices. You can either actively make it grow, or you can do nothing and just let inflation silently steal its value. One is a conscious choice to build wealth. The other, well, that's just the default, and it's a very expensive default. The stakes are way higher than you might think.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret that the pros know. Building wealth isn't really about having a ton of cash to start with. The real power, the absolute game changer, is just starting early. That's the one advantage you can never buy back later.
So, let's get into it. Let's take on this challenge. Here is our step-by-step game plan for that 10,000 rupees. All right, so we've got our 10,000. Now, our first move is probably not what you're expecting. Before we even dream about growth or big returns, we have to build a shield.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Investing without an emergency fund is like building a house on sand. The second a storm hits, a car repair, a medical bill, the entire structure you've built comes crashing down. You're forced to sell your investments at the absolute worst time. We're not going to let that happen.
So our first move is super simple, but it is non-negotiable. Out of our 10,000, we are taking 2,000 rupees and putting it straight into a liquid fund or a high-yield savings account. Think of this as your financial fortress. It's safe, it's accessible, and it's there for emergencies. This isn't your money to make you rich. This is your sleep peacefully at night fund.
Okay, our shield is up. We're safe. Now we get to go on the offensive. It is time to fire up the real wealth-building engine.
And we're going to do that with something called an index fund. Now, if you're new to this, don't worry, it's really simple. An index fund is basically one investment that buys you a tiny little piece of all the biggest companies in the market, like the Nifty 50. It's like buying the entire haystack instead of trying to find the needle.
The philosophy here is just beautiful. If you don't know which stock to pick, then just pick everything. That's what an index fund lets you do. And here's the kicker. Most professional money managers, guys who do this for a living, fail to beat the market index over time. So by doing this, you're not settling, you're actually playing a smarter game than most.
So, let's put our money where our mouth is. We are allocating the biggest chunk of our cash, 4,000 rupees, straight into a low-cost index fund. This is the heart of our portfolio. It's the steady, powerful engine that's going to drive our growth for years and years to come.
Now, with our core engine chugging along, we can add a little bit of rocket fuel. We're going to take another 2,000 rupees and aim for some higher growth. This could be in a fund that focuses on an exciting sector, like technology or AI, or maybe even a few individual growth stocks that you've really done your homework on. The key word here is potential. Now you might be thinking, isn't that riskier? And yeah, it is. But here's the thing. When you are young, you have a superpower that older investors would kill for: time. You have decades to recover from any bumps in the market. Your 20s are the time to take these smart, calculated risks.
So, we've built our shield. We've started our growth engine. But what if I told you that the single best investment with the highest possible return isn't in the stock market at all?
I'm serious. Just think about it for a second. Beyond all the stocks and funds and all that noise, where does the absolute best, most reliable return on investment come from? It's you. The single greatest asset you will ever control is yourself. Your skills, your knowledge, your ability to earn more money. This is the one investment that almost everybody overlooks. Let's make this real. Let's say we take 1,500 rupees and invest it in a course to learn a new skill, something valuable, like AI prompting or advanced video editing. Now, if that skill helps you earn just 5,000 rupees more per month, that is a 50% return on your investment, not per year, per month. No stock in the world can promise you that. Okay, so now we have a solid plan for what to invest in. But that's only half the equation. The difference between people who build wealth and people who just dream about it is their system. So, let's build a system.
And this system is incredibly simple. First, you put it on autopilot. You set up a systematic investment plan, or an SIP, so the money just moves every single month without you even thinking about it. Second, you just check in and track your progress. And third, this is crucial, you reinvest whatever you earn. That's how you unleash the magic of compounding, where your money starts making its own money.
And honestly, the best way to think about this is like going to the gym. One workout isn't going to change your life. It's just not. But 100 workouts? Oh yeah, that absolutely will. Building wealth works the exact same way. It's all about consistency.
So let's just take a step back and look at what we've actually created here. This isn't just a random collection of investments. This is a machine, a well-oiled machine that you've designed for one simple purpose: to build your wealth.
And here it is, the whole shebang. You've got $2,000 for your safety net, your shield, $4,000 in index funds, that's your core engine, $2,000 in growth assets for that extra power, $1,500 to invest in the most important part, you, and that leaves $500 as a flexible buffer. It's balanced, it's simple, and it's incredibly powerful.
And this is the main takeaway I want you to remember. When you automate this plan, you're not just saving money anymore, you are actively building a machine that is designed to work for you 24/7, even when you're sleeping.
But that leaves us with one last really exciting question, doesn't it? What happens when this machine has been running for a few years? What happens when your money starts to grow all by itself?